Hey everybody, welcome back to Jesus Said. My name is Brandon and I am a friend of Joe's, and if you know Joe, you know, man, he is a great guy. And he loves people. And when you're around him, you just feel loved, you feel cared about. So Joe asked if I would do a Jesus Said, so I said of course. And today I'm going to be reading out of the book of Luke, chapter 19, verses 1 through 10. It should be a story that hopefully you're familiar with. So let me read. And I'm reading out of the New International Version of the Bible. So Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10. It says, Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but being a short man, he could not because of the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, he is gone to be the guest of a sinner. But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, Look, Lord, here and now I give half my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount. Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save what was lost. Now when we hear that story, a little bit of background is Zacchaeus was a Jew, and he was working for Rome, the Roman Empire, as a tax collector. And tax collectors were getting rich by ultimately gouging their fellow Jews. So Jewish friends were not happy with tax collectors, and they knew what the tax collectors were doing. They knew that all they were doing was taking extra money, and they were becoming rich. So Zacchaeus was rich off of his own people. Well, Jesus was passing through Jericho, and crowds had gathered. And I can imagine Zacchaeus must have been a little late. Maybe he was still collecting taxes. And he got there because he wanted to see Jesus. Everybody was flocking to see Jesus. And he just wanted to get a glimpse of Jesus. But because he was a short man, he couldn't see. So he thought, he was a smart man, and he thought, hey, I'll get up in a tree, a sycamore tree, and I'll be able to have a great, perfect view. Nothing will be blocking me. I'll see Jesus. Well, as we get to verse 5, when Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him. So here's Jesus saying, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. So the coolest part about that is that Jesus was passing by, but he didn't just pass by. He stopped and he called Zacchaeus by name. And he said, Zacchaeus, I want you to come down. I want to go to your house today. And I really believe that's exactly what he wants to do. He knows us all by name, and he wants to come and hang out with us at his house. Well, people were muttering, man, Jesus is going to hang out with the sinners. Zacchaeus, man, he took my money. They're getting mad. But here's the coolness. Jesus can change everybody. So when Zacchaeus came down, he changed his ways. He said, hey, I'm going to follow you, Jesus. I'm going to do right. And here's what Jesus said in verse 10. He said, for the Son of Man came to seek and to save what was lost. So Jesus is coming to seek and to save what was lost. So right now, whatever we're going through, there's a lot of challenges happening right now. Whatever we're going through, Jesus came to seek and to save us and to keep us from being lost. So we don't have to feel lost. We can know that we are saved. We are going to be okay. So hope you enjoyed a little Jesus Said today. Just remember that he calls us by name. He wants to come to our house, and he came to seek and to save all. All right, have a great day. Hope you guys are feeling blessed. Know that Jesus said he loves you, and have a great day. Peace.